Do it on the fly. And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer Podcast, your least favorite podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Rapid Dave.
I'm Alan.
What's up,
Look
buddy?
at you jumping in.
Yeah.
Being all...
Well, you're sitting there jerking around with your phone, showing me stupid memes and shit. So I figured, why not go ahead and take the helm and, let's make this show all about Tilly. Tilly, come here.
I mean, she'll be up on the table here before you know it.
All right. So tonight we got a couple beers we're choosing, going through, knocking out. I'm kind of clearing the fridge. You're also going through your fridge as well.
Yeah, just knocking back some Bush NAs.
Yeah. For me, I'm doing Tup's Oktoberfest. Now, I've got a little bit to read about this on the website, but I'll do that a little bit later. But, another Marzen. This is actually my last one in the fridge. So I've gone through the sixer. I'm pretty happy about it. This is a 5.5% Marzen-style lager.
Nice.
So it should be a little sweet. You'll see the... Oh, geez, I bumped the table. Look at see that stuff floating around? Like, just sits there.
It's just...
Yeah.
It's almost like it's Jell-O.
Exactly. Yeah. Like gelatin. It does not move. And I got it in my little handy dandy Dallas Stars glass. So, and you got Bush NA, crystal clear as always.
Looks amazing. Tastes pretty darn tasty. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Just hanging out. Yeah. No, wife's looking for the dog, but yeah, I mean, she's, we had Murph in the room with us most of the time, but we didn't have to worry about an issue with Murph, like
with Tilly?
Yeah, jumping up on the table. Murph would just pick a corner and just start snoring.
We were recording a Patreon video, which will drop tomorrow.
Yeah, freebie Friday. Oh, freebie Friday. Let's do Friday. Yeah,
we'll drop it Friday. So if you want to see Tilly live, you can watch her jump up on the table a couple times while we're talking about little people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
and big shout out to TJ Burns for picking that topic. Hits in the house. My man, Hit, how are we? How are we doing?
What's going on, Hit?
So,
Hit, what are we thinking about all these trades in the NBA? We know Hit's a big NBA guy.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling over there, buddy? Did you just see the Jimmy Butler trade? Butler just got traded to the Warriors and then signed a 2-year contract extension right after.
Warriors. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, good move on his part, I think. And plus, he was wanting out. He's a kind of a headache, I think.
He's had some issues here this year.
He's an emo fella.
Well, I mean, that was like a one-time thing. He doesn't always have that haircut anymore, okay? I know that's how you picture him.
That's the only way I can see him now.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can
get
see
it.
him. But yeah, that's good. You got good. Glad to hear it. Yeah. So these are the beers of the night. Not really much going on in my neighborhood, but I was talking about going to breweries.
You did,
and I have been checking them off. Warriors are stupid. Oh God, Hit's coming in hot.
Whew. I know they dealt Andrew Wiggins in the deal.
No
and-
kidding?
Yeah,
Oh
Wiggins
my
went,
God.
and it ended up being like a multi-team deal. Like the Pistons ended up getting somebody. I think it was like 4 or 5 teams.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Did you Heat send disgruntled star to Warriors after trade demand? Yeah, I mean it happens. Andrew Wiggins to Miami. Yikes! You know, somebody was talking about that. It's one of the players, and he was like, you know, this is just BS. And of course, he referred to it as slavery, essentially modern day slavery, because you know they can deal you or whatever, even though you have a contract. I'm like, well, you can thank your fellow superstars for that, because it really came down to them when they were like, I don't want to stay here and I'm not going to play here, and just because we have a contract don't mean anything. I want to go, and so they started kind of running things how they wanted to do it. Like, you know, if they want out, they want out.
Yeah.
And so there you go. I mean, yeah. Now, if you're a guy your team wants to keep and you're kind of middle of the road where you don't really, you know, throw a lot of weight around or whatever, yeah, sorry about that, pal.
Right.
You know, it's kind of what it is. What are you looking at?
Hit said Luka will be good for LA.
I mean, they need upgrades, and I think Luka's an upgrade. So
For sure. And it keeps in place that they're going to have a star player there in LA for a while.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's damn near done. I mean, he's going to probably ride out. He's going to be like 50 years old and still trying to play.
I mean,
the guy won't just get the hell out of the league. I think he's hanging around now so he can keep his damn kid around. I swear to God, that's the only reason. Because there's nothing else holding them in.
I mean, that's part of it, but I mean, LeBron's still a good player. Like, you can't say he's not a good player.
He's still better than what, half the league, I say?
Well more than half the league.
So he's still worth the dough. People come to see him. He puts butts in the seats.
I mean, he's still a top 15 player in the league.
Top 15?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Okay. I would say so.
All right. See, top NBA players.
What?
Let's see what's going on. I want to see what we're working with here. Of course, he's the first one. You know, so let me throw this at you. Kevin Durant, better or worse? Nikola Jokic, the Joker, better or worse?
I'll take Joker.
Giannis.
I'll take Giannis.
Tatum, Jason Tatum.
I like Tatum.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander. God, I can never say his name.
Yeah, I like nice young talent.
Steph Curry.
I don't know if I like Curry better than
lean
LeBron.
Towards James.
I think I'm leaning towards James. Curry's just threes, right?
Anthony Edwards. Give me the kid. Give me Edwards.
I like Ant-Man. I like Ant. He goes by Ant-Man too. Like
Anthony Davis.
No.
Sabonis. No. Jalen Brunson.
No, not yet. I think he's got the potential to.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's kind of close, but
last person I'm going to mention, Luka.
Yeah, Luka's better than LeBron.
So that really that's 12. All right, I gave you like 11 options. So yeah, I mean, I'd say he's top 15.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely better than Allen or Garland and Van Fleet, Donovan Mitchell, Wemby. I mean, he's got to be better than Wemby. Wemby's still so young.
Yeah.
Wemby's got a chance. But there you go. Okay, so we figured it out on our own.
Jimmy, $62 million a year to be a douchebag, possibly. I
mean, yeah. I mean, if someone's going to pay me $62 million to be a jackwagon, I could definitely.
You'll do that for free.
Yeah. Well, you got to pay me a little bit, but you know, how about them Chiefs, Billy Joe? Oh my God, Billy Joe. Okay. I made the damn sign. I made it, and it's super veiny, is it not?
There's some action on there.
And it won't pick up because of the lights. I apologize. I'm going to grab it right now, though.
And bring it close to show you.
If you give me the thumbs up, saying that you didn't just hit Go Chiefs and you left, I'll bring it over here. You throw a thumbs up in the chat, buddy, and I'll bring it over. Because I did. I was like,
it's right there.
I got to do it. I was like, I had to do it. I was like, man,
I told you to take a picture of it and post it online. You're like, I can't post that.
I can't post it. It's so veiny.
I can't post that many. He said, sure. But yeah, I told him to post a picture online, Billy Joe, and he said he can't post that many. You can't post that many penises online, is what he said.
I had it behind us too. All right, there you go, Billy.
Yeah.
Here, grab it, Alan. Just to kind of, there you go. So there you go.
But yeah.
Show me the share. It's not St. Patty's Day. I got that coming up, though.
It's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, as I've heard it referred to here lately, Super Bowl licks.
Yeah, there you go. Super Bowl licks.
LIX.
So there you go. Is that good enough? I hope you like it. I hope you like it very much.
Yeah.
So.
I know my work signal's bad, but I wanted to stop by and say hello. Well, thank you, Hit. We appreciate you coming by as always, brother.
Thank you, Hit. Yeah. I put I was sitting there drawing that, and I was like, you know what? I really do miss doing it.
Right.
I was like, I had a lot of fun, and like the mushroom, like the shamrocks and the mushrooms and stuff like that.
Rocket
The mushrooms
ships.
were great. The rocket ships. I had so much fun doing it.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I can't wait to bring it back. But yeah, the lighting in here sucks. You can't even see it.
You're gonna have to get some of that colored chalk,
Lizzie has the colored chalk markers,
which we'll work on that.
but I was already I was like, I'm already laying the groundwork here.
Okay.
So, but I left it alone. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it, and hopefully they don't kick us off of some stupid a shamrock that LIX. Lopez in the house. How we doing, Michael?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, we knocked out. We just did a fantasy football stream about an hour ago. We did our top 5 super early QBs. So check it out. Let us know what you think, and if we're missing somebody, let us know.
Let us know. Tell us.
But yeah, no. Been on the brewery tour thing.
So where'd you go this weekend?
So I've knocked out 5 or 6. Let me see my
This
list.
weekend?
In general. So I'm keeping track of them because I want to keep track, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I did 3 Nations and Tups. Already did it. We already talked about that. Already went through it. So we were out rolling around. We're looking at antique malls, securing a booth and things like that. While we're out, we're like, oh, you know what? Let's go get some food. And buddy, I'll tell you what, if I haven't eaten and I'm rolling to a brewery, there could be something devastatingly wrong. But luckily, they had a food truck there. So I went to 4 Bullets on 2-1, which was Saturday, I think, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday, we were over there in Richardson area, Plano. Went there, popped in, live music. They're playing good tunes. Packed. I have never seen it that packed. Outdoor patio. Every table was taken.
Well, the weather was gorgeous this weekend.
It was.
Though.
It really was. And I wish I had a hoodie. I think I had a long sleeve shirt and like some shorts or whatever. And I looked at Liz. I go, you don't want to stay outside. It's a little too breezy, cold breeze,
Okay.
And it was towards 4 or 5 o'clock, so it was getting a little late in the day. So we sat inside, stayed a little bit warm, but could hear the music. They had the bay, they had the doors open and whatever. It's like cool. So had a couple drinks, really good drinks actually. And then here's my only thing, and I'll talk about where I went, the next day. But so I'm sitting there, and they got a food truck that they got some good food. They got nachos, burgers, anything. But yet, I'm like, hey, do I have to scan the code to order, or can I tell you what I want? Yeah, you got to scan the code. So let's shut the door back. I go, okay, we'll see how this goes. So I scan it, order, pay with my card, and then it's like asking for a tip. I was like, what are you talking about, tip? And I try to go past it. Goes, are you sure you don't want to leave a tip? I go, not only am I positive, I'm absolutely positive. Click, pay the man. I'm paying, $12 for this. I'm paying $10 for this and whatever. So, I go inside, text you when you're ready. So we're sitting there having a drink, talking or whatever. We go out there, get the food, opens the door, hands the food, shut the door again. I'm like, okay. I felt pretty good about what I did. I'm fine with it. And, but yeah, obviously no reflection of that. That was actually, you know what that was? It was Guitar and Growlers. Their food truck.
Okay.
Which is really damn good.
Don't walk in dark alleys at night.
So knocked that out. Had a lot of fun. It was blessed. I think we only had like 2 or 3 beers, and then we get rolled out. And went about our day, or our night. Right. Kind of chilled. I think we were babysitting that night, so we kind of got home, hung out with the kids, all that kind of stuff.
Tip. It's a tip.
Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that.
There
tip.
you go. There. You give them that tip next time.
You want a tip? Buy Bitcoin 10 years ago.
Here's your tip. You just slip them a piece of paper.
Yeah. So not and check boxes. I've been to this brewery before. I like the brewery. It's more of an English style pub. It's very, what do you want to call it? It's old school, right? Brick walls, old. It's just an old pub vibe, right? It's very old looking and smelling and whatever. But it's nice. I like it a lot. Very quaint. So, anyways, Sunday we're like, all right, screw it. We're gonna, you know what? Got to go to the Stars game. Taking the boys to the Stars game, and let's go to the brewery. Bad news, pal.
Sunday was even nicer than Saturday.
It was gorgeous.
Dude.
It was warmer. R.I.P. to Outfit Brewing.
Yeah.
Got the news.
We talked about that last week.
They're closing or whatever. And I was like, I'll be out there this weekend.
March 1st, I think, is their last day.
Yeah. I was like, I want to see you guys and just hang out. We talked about it. I was like, I want to get a signed can from everybody and whatever. So we already talked about that, but I was like, let's pop in and see what's up. Not packed, but more bodies than I've ever seen in that place. We got a seat outside. We're on a patio. I'm like, I had a hoodie. I'll take my hoodie off. I'm like, Jesus. And you got to pack a little extra because you're going to a hockey game, right?
Right.
Get some beers. I don't see anybody there that I know. I don't see the Brewers. I don't see Zach. I don't see anybody. Meet Poppy. I don't see him. I don't see nobody. It's just new people working the bar, new people at the bar. And the I don't know who they had there for food. I don't know what the hell was going on, but they were like, yeah, we got turkey legs and some other.
It was supposed to be Meat Poppy.
That's what I thought. So we get out there and I was like, well, they got a turkey leg. You want a turkey leg or whatever? She's dying. She's been dying for a turkey leg for like 2 years now. So we get a turkey leg and some mac and cheese, $20.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, all right.
Turkey legs ain't cheap.
It was all right. It was okay. I bet the Meat Poppy got his hands on it, been a little bit better. What I mean? But meat was falling off the bone. It just wasn't a lot of seasoning or something like that. I was like, it's okay. It's good. Mac and cheese was great. So I'm sitting there just kind of plowing through the list of beers. I was going to get some beers to go. I was like, all right, you know what? Give me some beers to go. And he goes, okay, which ones you want? I was like, well, you know what? I don't want to sit in the car and just bake for the afternoon. I'm about to go inside and, go with the Stars game. So anyways, I sat out there and chilled. I happened to notice, like, well, we got some time. Would you like to go to Community?
Okay.
Because it's right next door.
Yep.
We talked about going out there because they have Nada on tap. They got THC beers, or THC drinks.
Big kitchen. I mean, they've
all
got
kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So my boys finally roll up. They show up a little bit right before we leave. I go, well, we can have a beer before we go. So they had outfit beer, and then they were like, all right, let's go over to Community. So we roll over there, packed. I mean, the whole area. You've been out there before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The whole garden area is packed. You walk inside, it's packed. They had some pug rescue thing going on. So Lizzie's over there jerking these dogs off left and right. And so, yeah, we order a couple of drinks, and one of my kids get THC refresher or whatever. He goes, what? They got that kind of shit here? I was like, yeah. And so
cool.
He got the big one.
Cool.
He got the heavy one. So he's sitting there like after a while, I think this thing's hitting me. It's like, you think so? And but have a couple drinks, all of them.
Yeah,
good.
Michael, we got a bunch of THC beer out here in Texas. Mm-hmm. Like at the pandemic, there was one brewery that was doing it, and then after that, everybody started doing it. And now, like if you go to like Total Wine,
I was watching on X. Now I don't see it. Maybe on my end, I don't know. I put a bunch of ding dongs on the screen, but I don't think that's an X thing. They don't mind that.
But you've probably got a good 4-foot section at Total Wine now, 4 to 8 foot section of THC beers.
You're in Texas, right? Yeah, he should be able to find that. Yeah. We're still on there. Old school. I appreciate you popping in too. I hope you're getting to feel better. So we have a couple drinks. The boys, they're not really into craft beers that much, but they, try. And I saw them some lagers and whatever. And so everybody's essentially trying everyone. So whatever they got, I got. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's trying each other's drinks and all that kind of stuff, going through, IPAs and hazies. Hazy's real big in the family right now. I don't know. Lizzie's been on the hazy tour again. And, so they all seem to like it because it's a little bit more juicy, a little bit more, fruity, whatever. And I'm like, well, you better take it easy with some of that stuff because it'll knock your socks off. Knock
your socks off, Wayne. Yeah.
But did that real quick and then rolled out to the game. Hung out there. So that's my my 3 breweries this weekend. So I'm on pace right now. I'm trying to
Michael's running out there right now.
Seriously, it's a real thing. So anyways, went to the Stars game, hung out for a little bit. Everything was fine. We rode the train down. Just to eliminate a lot of issues. But
I'm a fan of taking the train to like Stars or Mavs games.
You don't have to worry about parking.
I don't have to worry about parking. It's super cheap.
It's like a couple bucks now. You know what I mean? You don't even have to buy a day pass. You can buy a PM pass for like $2.
Yeah.
Which I bought a couple and I didn't slide to activate, so I got like a couple on my phone.
With the kiddo being here, she loves riding the train, right? Any chance you get, hey, we're going to ride the train out to the game. Oh, that's awesome, right? But yeah, ride it out there. You don't have to worry about the traffic. Like the traffic leaving sucks. Mm-hmm. So you just walk out, you jump on the train, and you just.
I mean, it can get crowded. Yeah. It can get crowded, but you just cram on. It doesn't matter. Yeah. The trains are big enough to hold everybody, for the most part. What? Now, oh, you're not in Texas anymore? Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what with all the beer. Oh, so I tripped going up the stairs.
Okay.
Almost ripped my toenail off.
It sounds about right.
It split because like shoes I wear, like they're soft tops. You know what I mean? They're fabric. So I went to step and I missed, and it just grabbed the end of my toe, and it just like I said, it split. I go, damn! Oh my god, it hurts. And I went down. I go, oh my god! But I grabbed myself so I wouldn't. Sounds weird, I know. I braced myself so I wouldn't whack my damn shins on the stairs, because that would have put me out.
Oh, that
I would have been down. And so I get up there, and of course I'm like, my toe's bleeding. So I kick my shoe off. I'm like, yeah, it's blood all over the freaking place. I was like,
no, Michael said no. I'm saying enjoying going to the Mavs games, but definitely not anymore.
RIP.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. We'll definitely get into that. Everyone say a little prayer for our buddy Elstud, old Jay. He's not doing well. I hit him up that night.
He's not.
I hit him up that night because I was worried about him. Like, that was the first person I thought of. I was like, "How you doing, little buddy?" He's like, "My whole life is a lie."
We have some thoughts about that, so we'll
talk about that later. But yeah.
Have you ever sat up in the 300s?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember the seats. I think we're sitting on a corner where it starts to bend. We're in the front row in the 300s. And the seats the cup holders are like this to me. Like, and I'm like, I even look at the kids and go, sit down real quick. And then like even my skinny ass kids are like, what the hell's going on?
You feel like you're leaning forward.
As you get higher, yes. But like that one I didn't, because I felt we had the little half glass in front of us. We're all kind of sitting there chilling. But the seats were real cut in, because I think it was right as the turn is making. There's only 2 rows right there. And then it kicks up to something else, like a media thing or something. And I was like, what the hell's going on? We were by ourselves for a while, and then all of a sudden everybody started kind of filling in, and then we had Columbus fans sitting next to it. And so what do you think happened when we had some disgruntled Columbus fans sitting next to us?
You pooped your pants.
I wouldn't even sit next to them. I actually offered to go sit next to them because all of a sudden they had a problem or something was going on. Lizzie's over there. Austin was over there first, and then Lizzie says, I go, what are you doing over there? She goes, well, he said, well, I go, what are they doing? He goes, they were just talking over there. Get up. Let me get up. Let me get over there. And so they were like, let's just go get beer. So we're like, all right, I'll go get beer. So whatever. I was like, what do you, just chill and be at the game, man. What are you throwing?
Just have fun.
Just have fun. You're actually in Dallas. You're at a Dallas Stars game in a Columbus gear. No one's over here trying to jerk with you or doing anything with you.
Right.
Why do you want to mess with somebody else?
I don't understand people. Like, because I go.
You pull out that phone, I'm slapping it right out of your hand. So it's like, I'm not gonna be fired from my job because you're a jackass.
I go to lots of Dallas games when like Detroit's in town and stuff like that, and I'm not getting in your face or doing anything like that. I'm celebrating. I'll jump up and cheer when my team does something good, but I'm not like turning around and getting in your face.
Yeah.
And I've definitely been there when, especially like, there's a couple Cowboys games that I've been to, Cowboys and Lions. And a couple of them that Detroit was losing big in the first half, and definitely had a lot of Cowboys. There was a bunch sitting behind me that were just really riding me. And then the second half, we kind of took things over and won late in the game. But at that point, I didn't turn around and throw it back in their face. I'm someone that's in your home stadium. I'm going to be respectful to that. I'm definitely out of place here.
Just chill and have fun.
But I'm going to celebrate when my team does something good.
A little fun banter is not terrible.
I'm not going to turn around and say in your face or anything like that, right?
Get those bag of dicks I gave you.
Right. I've gone to some of those games with friends that are like Cowboys fans, and I'll give them crap, right? Because you're my buddy, so I'll give you crap, right? Yeah. But other than that, I did have one experience when I was out at Broncos once with a knob, and it was the I don't know if you remember the Lions Cowboys
Lizzie.
game.
God.
But
she's been hijacked.
It was the Lions Cowboys games where like Stafford goes to fake spike it and dives over the top, right? For the go-ahead touchdown. And when he did that, and I was at Broncos just trashed, I started running around the bar yelling and screaming. I had my Stafford jersey on, but I knew pretty much everybody up there. That was back when I used to go to Broncos all the time.
Yeah.
And so I knew everybody up there.
You can do stuff. You know what I mean? You have more fun. You rub it in their face a little bit more, or you this and that. It's all fun and game. Your friends might wear it down a little bit and sort of like sack tap you or something like that. But I mean, there's no.
Oh, Michael was working that game.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? Like at a stadium, like because. It can get out of hand. It really can.
It can. You're right, and I've seen that stuff happen. Now, Billy Joe, where do you take someone who's been injured in a peekaboo accident.
I wish I didn't read the answer to that because I had it. I knew it. I've seen this one before, so I was like,
to the ICU.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. But anyways, we had a really good time. Hung out. Lost Lizzie towards the end. She goes roaming around and whatever. And I got to the bathroom. I was like, all right, go to the bathroom, I guess. We're going outside. And don't miss the train. I'm sitting there waiting for the train, and I was like looking around. I go, I don't know where she's at. I'm about to leave. We about to go. I was like, I got to go. It's like, Tyler was like, she's right there, idiot. I was like, all right. She gets to, all right. She
well, good, because I was leaving.
Yeah, she gets to come home with us. But yeah, those breweries, the Stars game, and the weather that day
was
just
so gorgeous
phenomenal.
this weekend.
You're talking, 80s, high 80s on, I think that, and then again on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, like Monday was hot as hell.
It was like 84 on Monday.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
So, but it's about to drop back off. This is our fall, spring. It was Groundhog Day.
It was gorgeous today. Yeah, we got 6 more weeks of winter, as it was 84 that day. And I was like, we were out. The youngest we had, we picked up softball practice again, getting ready for the next season. And so we were out there Sunday for like 4 hours at practice, and the weather was just gorgeous. What do you call an Eagles fan with a Super Bowl ring?
I already saw it.
A time traveler.
I did want to say one last thing about the Stars before we get out of here. The Stars right now, they're second in the West, so they're actually tearing it up. They're looking great. I hope they keep the momentum going. Big fan. And with Victory Plus, it's free to watch Stars games, which is awesome. We have to pay a little extra for the Ranger games, but whatever. But yeah, that's one little note I had in there.
Yeah, and not only are your Stars hot, but my Red Wings are hot. We did a coaching change, and since that coaching change, we've been hot. We've won seven straight. We're 7-2-1 in our last 10.
Let me fix that.
We're right there in the wild card race right now. We're only 6 points out of the number 1 seed right now.
Nice.
So,
nice.
we've got a game on top of the Panthers. They played 55. We only played 54.
Okay.
So we got a game in hand.
Nice.
But yeah, we had the whole thing where the missus like, hey, Saturday morning, let's knock out some yard work, right? Then we're like, yeah, we'll all get out there as a family and we'll take care. We got a flower bed that's kind of taken over. Weeds have kind of taken it over. And so it's all kind of died out now with the winter. So it's like, let's get in there and let's work on clearing this out. And it was one of those where it's like, yeah, we'll all go out there as a family and take care of it. And 15 minutes later, I'm out there taking care of it.
I would have went right inside with them. And hung out and like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
hand me a beer.
I need to get it done. So
yeah,
so 4 hours later, I was kind of done. But yeah, because I totally forgot to bring that trimmer with me. Sorry, man.
Jackass.
I just thought of it right now. You're like, hey, you still got that trimmer? I was like, yeah, I'm balls deep in branches right now.
You had like just 4 on the ground.
I had just there was more than 4 on
He's
the
like,
ground.
I'm balls deep in branches. He looks down. It doesn't even cover his fucking toe. I'm like,
What?
oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
There's like, I mean, what did you just?
First of all, you can't even see my toe.
It's like,
okay?
Yeah, no.
But I'd climbed up on the roof because I told you one of the things I wanted to do was trim a bunch of branches right there by the house because some of them were getting kind of low, rubbing the roof. So it's I got to get out there and trim those and get those
especially
off of there.
With the snowstorm and the ice storm or whatever just happened. I even had one hit mine. I go, you're coming off. I was like, as soon as I see you, Billy Joe with this guy, he's coming.
What's the oldest age someone could get a circumcision?
I don't know.
Just want to know the cutoff date.
Oh God. There's something satisfying to like clearing trees, clearing brush, trimming trees. Just lawn work and stuff like that. So you're like, it's something that you feel accomplished with.
I had like 14 giant contractor bags out there by my curb.
14?
There was a lot.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I got to get over here because those crepe mowers are huge compared to these. I'm thinking I'm just going to light trim. I light trimmed them last year to let them grow, and they got above the roof line. I'm like, okay, sweet. So I'm going to do that. And then the neighbor had someone come out and actually trim it because I trimmed his shit last year.
Right.
Because this shit was coming. I go, nope. I was like, nah, man. It's on top, like above my AC unit at this point. This ain't happening. I was like, you keep it up, I'm going to take the whole tree out. I was like, you know what I mean? I could take that chainsaw, and I am going to knock a couple branches off that guy's tree when he ain't looking. But so I'm trying to get him to go up. Obviously the live oak in the back needs to be trimmed. And then me and the boys trimmed that one. But, when you're done, you're like, all right, then.
You feel good.
But, most stuff I don't drag. I drag like leaves to the curb. I don't really drag branches. We save them for here, right? So anything we chop down, we'll use it as kindling or actual like logs and whatnot. And we're burning wood from last year.
Yeah.
So it's real nice.
Yeah,
so we know
I
it goes
didn't
somewhere,
want to
right?
deal with a lot of it was kind of small, right? So I didn't want to deal with all that.
That's how we get the fire.
But then it was I was like, I just don't want to deal with taking it, hauling it to the back and all that. So I just chopped them up pretty small and I was throwing them in bags.
Yeah.
Just because it's just easier to bag it versus put it in stacks that are this tall. You know, they can only be so wide, and you got to have them tied together and stuff. And
That's
all
what they
these
said around
branches
here,
aren't
but they said it, but they still come by and get them. But yeah, they'll leave some shit if you don't leave them. But if you tie them though, they just pick up. Chop
yeah,
them.
I didn't want to deal with because they were all different sizes and shapes and stuff. So I was just like, I'm just gonna lop them off small and just throw them in bags. And so I just threw them in bags, and like 4 of the bags were like 4 bags of branches that I'd cut off.
Nice. One of the things I like about this neighborhood is that we got I call them vultures. They'll come through on Thursdays, so they come through and make sure that one they're going to take anything that's worth value, chairs, appliances, anything, right? But then you'll have others that come through and they'll grab like the wood. Like, oh yeah, oh this is great. You know, I was out front dicking around or whatever, and he comes by and someone had just kind of chopped down a tree. Goes, this stuff's just here, man. This is amazing. I'm going camping this weekend and I got to get firewood now. I go, well, it's still kind of new wood, but yeah, you can burn that if you get it hot enough. You can burn anything.
I've taken wood from a neighbor before. It was I think it was like just before New Year's one year, and I knew we were doing a New Year's thing, and we were gonna do a fire pit and stuff like that. And they had some nice logs that they had out there by the curb, and I was just like, just gonna go ahead and take those. And,
like, what are you gonna throw it away? No, I'll just burn it. I'll just take care of it right now.
Yeah.
And so that's what I ended up doing with because during the snowstorm and all that kind of stuff, everything kind of got backed up, and they weren't taking like bulk trash, so I had already hauled the shit out to the front. And I go, I ain't hauling it again. So then I went on this. Well, I drug it back to the side because if not, you get like a little note in your thing saying, "Oh yeah, if you leave it out there, it's a $2,000 fine." I go, I'm not paying. I won't kill somebody before I pay $2,000. So anyway, I just chopped it up on the side, drug it, most of the stuff, and I had it all nice stacks. And we've been just kind of going through it. I'm like,
burning through it. Yeah.
I'd rather burn that than something else because like you go out there and make s'mores or you make something else. It's not no chemicals. There's none of that shit. You know what I mean? You're just burning wood from a tree that's in your yard and all that kind of stuff. So I do like it. I like it a lot. And so I fire that up whenever we watch the kids. Like, hey, y'all want s'mores? And they, oh hell yeah, I want.
Who doesn't want s'mores?
Yeah, it's a lot of facilitation. I don't want to. I don't even eat that shit. But I got to sit there and, well, let's make the fire, I guess, and we'll sit outside and watch the Santa Claus.
Oh man, good times. You want to get into NBA?
Why not? Let's go. Because we actually have picks with Dylan Busby. He's going to join us at the top of the hour.
Busby.
Not only are we doing just who's going to win, it's Super Bowl picks, right? So we're going to do, but we're going to make our favorite picks as well. We'll talk about some other odds and things like that. We were going to have Old School in here with us, but he's under the weather today. So everybody say a little prayer for him to get him back on his feet. Back to streaming, by the way, because if he ain't streaming, what are we even doing here?
Wasting.
I know. It's just a waste.
Wasting our days.
I got to get the flights, the flight simulator back.
Damn.
Like that was the best.
Flight during the pandemic when he would do those flight simulator streams.
He'd have 90 people on the plane, like 90 freaking people,
just chilling.
We were going like from Spain to.
And the one time he landed the plane, his stream crashed.
Yeah. It was so great. It was so freaking great.
Yeah, every other time he crashed the plane, but the one time he landed. His stream crashed.
Son of a bitch.
You're just like, oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, NBA. You said NBA, right?
NBA.
Dallas.
Luka.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, old school with the LOL.
I was live when it came out. I think I was streaming, or if I was live on like a Sunday. I don't know what was happening, but I remember seeing the alert. You were like texting me too. And you're like, oh my god. And I was like, I can't believe what's going on. Like So when did it come out? Did you have a screenshot of it? Like it was late.
It was late Saturday.
It was Saturday night?
Yeah, it was Saturday night. I want to say it was it Saturday night?
Was it midnight?
No, it was like
11:30?
9:30 or something
9:30?
like that, or 11 or.
So the news broke.
I texted Jay at 11:52.
All right.
How you doing, little buddy?
So was that Saturday?
12:35 ish.
Oh, there you go. 12:35 ish. And it came out. That's what I'm saying. It's like it was late. It was late when it came out, and I was still up because I was like, yeah, why not? I'm just sit here and have some fun and do some BS or whatever. I think I was streaming or something like that. But
I was watching Succession in my office, straightening up.
I couldn't believe it. Luka to the Lakers. Mavericks get AD, and there's some other players, being shifted around or whatever. But I mean, that was your guy. That was your franchise player. That was like your future.
And you got one pick.
That's it.
Darren Fox was traded the next day, and the Spurs gave up like 3 first-round picks for him, and he's nowhere near as good as.
No.
Now they didn't get a player back like AD. Like AD still, he's still
great, but he's got a couple years left. You know what I mean? Before he's just like done.
He's older.
Yeah.
I
watched him in college.
He's having a great season right now, defensively, it definitely improves the Mavs' defense 100%. You get that big man, but you don't have Luka, and it's insane. Like you see, like if you go out there to the AAC, and they've got the Dirk statue out there, and it's all memorial to Luka. Like if you didn't know what was going on, say you've been kidnapped for the last week, okay? And you have no idea of anything that's going on, and your captors dropped you off right outside the AAC, right there in front of the Dirk statue, you would think Luka was dead.
Yeah.
We miss you, Luka, all this stuff. Valentine's Day is canceled. Oh, buddy. But yeah, just out of nowhere.
I couldn't believe it. It was the most shocking trade I've ever seen in my life.
And I think Nico was starting to leak some things saying, we didn't think he was going to re-sign for the Supermax. And like someone asked him that question point blank in his press conference. He's like, no, not even close. Like, yeah, he was going to sign that massive Supermax.
Yeah, you screwed him out of $116 million. Like he's not signing the Supermax. Get the F out of here.
And I think I heard like he had just not that long ago just bought a $15 million house here in Dallas.
He wasn't going anywhere.
And you could tell like part of me was like, until I saw that press conference with him, because like he releases the letter to the Dallas fans, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, look, see, he didn't want to be traded. It's like, well, of course he's going to put out a letter like that, whether he wanted to be traded or not.
Yeah, he'll always say thank you. Dallas is my home. Thank you for being, whatever.
But then when you saw the press conference with him, he just looked sad.
Oh yeah,
and caught off guard, blindsided. Dude, Luka's dad went scorched earth.
Yeah,
he just
how's Luka's mom handling it?
She probably needs some comforting.
Yeah,
and I will volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, just let me know.
But Luka's gonna be fine. Like he's caught off guard. He's shocked, but he also made the comment of, this was something that was probably going to happen eventually, him playing for the Lakers. Just didn't think it was going to be like this.
I think it's because Nico, right? And Luka was the last player of the previous regime. So Nico was one of those guys, if you ever been in corporate America or whatever, where you're like, you know what, I need my own guys. I need to make my own imprint. I need to do this. I need to do that. And he was the last one. And he's like, screw it. Now he's got, I got to do my own thing. I got to make my own mark, which is the dumbest shit on earth.
I mean, okay, I get that, but like it was also like
booze and chill in the house.
What is going on, brother? Cheers, mazel, good things.
How the hell are you doing? Yeah, a little. Oh, we'll do a little bit of that. Yeah, it's been a while.
It was no secret. So was Powell. I'll take them then too.
Yeah. No, they are really gonna. I think it really is. He's cleaning the house and he's gonna try and make it his own mark. But
there's also a lot out there about Luka's conditioning, right? He always comes in every season out of shape. Comes back from an injury out of shape. He's kind of balloons up in size a little bit.
270 is what they always call him.
Yeah,
the 270 man.
And is his body going to be able to take that on the long term? Okay, all that, and then you've got. You had last year, after the conference finals, and Luka's sitting there drinking a beer. Michael Finley walks over and takes the beer away from him. Have you seen that video?
Oh, of course, everybody has.
Yeah, and he is still an MVP candidate, 100%.
Yeah, not this year,
but
he hadn't played enough games. He actually didn't qualify for anything.
And you had this offseason where like Nico's trying to reach out to him and he's not talking to him.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and so you had a lot of that, and I think. You had two guys that were having some issues that just couldn't talk it out. Their egos got in the way.
Yeah. It depends on what day or what time of the day you catch me. Because if you go back and listen to me talk about Luka, especially in the past, it's what is he doing? He's always jerking around, bitching at the refs, slow to get back on defense.
Flop.
He shows up. He's trying to flop. He shows up in season fat as shit, out of shape. You know what I mean? It's like, but then again, what did he do? What did he do last year? With on one goddamn leg, took you all the way to the end.
Oh, exactly.
The
100%.
NFL finals or whatever. They went to the finals last year, right?
Yeah.
And Boston got them.
took care of them.
And Boston's going to take care of most teams anyways. You know what I mean? It's like they're probably going to win this year, right? The Mavs are right now, I think, 11th in the West. It's like your season's really done, I think. And I don't know if you can make a run. I mean, obviously you can. Playoffs aren't until fucking May or June or something like that. Something ridiculous. But yeah, dude, like, it depends on when you catch me when I talk about Luka. It's like, he's an amazing player. He's a fucking headache.
He is, but you're going to have that with your great players.
Exactly.
A lot of the times, right?
Oh,
they're not all Dirk, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dirk was an exception, right? A Dirk, a Tim Duncan, those are guys that were never a headache. They just came in, they did their job, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
Booze, we're drinking. So you've got a Shiner Oktoberfest right now?
I knocked back a Tups Oktoberfest, and I just had a Shiner Oktoberfest. I'm clearing out the fridge. I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks, just kind of knocking out old beers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
I'm knocking back some Bush NAs. Michael said the BSA are feeding us, trying to make us feel better was ridiculous too. Don't piss on me and call it rain. He says, I know it makes us better the next 3 to 4 years, but what about after? I don't know that it necessarily. I got to see what other moves they make. I don't think they're done making moves.
Can't be. This isn't the team. You're not winning the championship with this team. You need to make moves.
No. But I do like, you still got Kyrie there.
Well, he's got 2 years left, and they're talking about him opting out anyways. And then AD's going to opt out in 2 years.
Probably, You know
what I mean? They're not staying here. They're like, I'm going to be gone. I'm leaving.
But you got all that coming out, and like you had Shaq come out and say, he's like, yeah, no, because they had asked Shaq about it on the NBA show.
What's up, brother? How we doing?
What's up, brother?
Cheers, man.
And he's like, I always showed up out of shape every season. Yeah. He's like, I had other stuff. He's like, I didn't work out in the off season. I had other priorities, my family and things like that. And I would play my way into shape.
I mean, I hear,
but there's
a
difference between Shaq being big.
Yeah.
Cause he's a big man in the center.
Yeah.
Versus Luka being big, who's a point guard.
Yeah.
You're right. Handling the ball up and down. Right.
I just don't want to hear it.
And the NBA is different now than it was then, too, right? It was more center driven back then, and your big bodied centers being there.
And when's the last time you saw a giant center like that? You know what I mean? They don't look like that. What the fuck is that? There's something on that porch. Hey, grab me that Bitburger, will you? I think it's a Bitburger. Pilsner, right? Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it's just. And here's the other thing, and the Dallas fans will all tell you this. You traded him to the Lakers.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Ooh.
And this never would have happened. The only reason why this happens. What's up?
That shit. You see it floating around?
Yeah. It's like Jell-O.
What the F is going on?
But it's the only way that this happens is Cuban's not fully in charge anymore. He's not the majority owner.
No,
if he was still the majority owner, this trade never would have happened. Of all places, David Stern would never. But because they had asked before when Cuban was still a majority owner, and they had asked him about, hey, would you ever, if it was Luka or your wife, what would your marriage? He was like, you'll find me at the divorce lawyer.
Oh Jesus!
He was not. He would not have gotten rid of Luka ever. And there's a reason why you haven't heard anything from Cuban since this happened.
Well, no one gives a shit either. He did a little whatever.
But
I get that.
Jason Kidd didn't even know. This was Nico and it was the owner. That's all it was. Yeah, that's what the backstory really is. The owners wanting to move to Vegas. Maybe.
I heard about that shit too. Yeah. They were talking about that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we're gonna try to push for Vegas." I'm like, "So there's gonna be no team here in Dallas?"
That would be crazy. I don't know. I don't know that the NBA would let that happen.
That's effing insane.
No, we didn't hear it from you first, Michael. We hear it everywhere. But I just don't think there's any truth to that. I don't think you've got a market that supports the team.
Yeah.
Now. Their season ticket sales have already dropped. A lot of people have canceled their season tickets for next year. The Mavs are actually giving people refunds for this season for people who are like, yeah, no, I'm out.
It smells like that's the case. Like they want to go somewhere else. It's like, but I mean, listen, if they go anywhere else, fine. But they're going to be called the Las Vegas fuck offs or something like that, and then they'll start another Dallas Mavericks again. Trust me.
But are you going to be conflicted? Because I know you're not a big Mavs fan, but if they move to Vegas,
yeah,
now you're all of a sudden you're a fan.
Yeah,
right?
hey, get the towel and everything, be whipping it around every freaking night, buddy. Hell yeah. You know, I it's no surprise. That's not even a shock to anybody that's watched the show for more than a couple of days. You know, I'm a big fan of Vegas or whatever. We were actually talking about Vegas tonight. We were with dinner or whatever because Lizzie's like, yeah, you know, we're trying to maybe go to Vegas only a couple times this year or whatever. And I looked over, I go, the youngest son's in town now and he's over 21. They want to go to Vegas too. Everybody wants to go to Vegas. Like, I'm ready when everybody else is. Just tell me what plane to get on. You know what I mean? Just tell me.
And a better reason why they traded Luka. I don't know. I just don't.
It might be a ploy. They're playing chess. Everybody else is playing checkers. It could be some crazy shit like that. But when did they come down here? In the early 90s? Or excuse me, late 80s?
Something like that. I don't.
Were they an expansion team? Because I don't know that I got here and they were already here.
Yeah, they were already here.
Like Jason Kidd was playing.
I got here when Kidd was drafted because that was the same year as the Grant Hill draft, or shortly after that. It was somewhere around there. But I remember everyone was all big on the three. You had the three J's, right? Jason, Jimmy, and who was the other one? Jackson. I don't know, but they had the three J's.
1980. Holy sheboygan. The Dallas Mavericks franchise was founded in 1980 as a member of the Western Conference.
Okay.
The Mavs won 4 division titles, yada, yada, yada. I didn't know it was been around that long.
Yeah. Michael said 89, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you are mistaken. It was 1980.
Unless they were called something else before.
According to the internet.
Yeah, the internet rules.
But who knows if the internet could be wrong.
They could be.
Could be. Is there fact checkers on that?
I'm waiting. Just waiting for something here. Yeah, it said founded in 1980.
Yeah.
American team. Yeah, no, I don't see anything else. So, crazy. No way. There had to be something else like right before that, right? I don't know, something.
Apparently not.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Maybe we'll do a video.
I want you to look it up on your phone.
Yeah. No, I don't look that up on that phone because my phone's got a lot of crazy stuff on it.
Rooster shots.
Yeah. Veiny.
Veiny.
So veiny.
Veiny roosters.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So, yeah.
They're so aggressive.
Anyway, after Saturday, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know right anymore, right or wrong. I feel you, man. I couldn't believe it. We sat there, and of course, Twitter went apes, X went apes, and you couldn't explain why it happened other than maybe, like I said, Nico I want a new regime. It's going to be my guys in here. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make my stamp or whatever. And then you thought also, okay, so is Vegas seriously in play? Do they want, and this is the kind of shit you see, and then all of a sudden, this team's in Vegas. But I'm telling you, if they move a team to Vegas, it'll be called something else. You know what I mean? Like they'll take their ownership. Maybe they'll buy into a Vegas team or something like that. But I think the Dallas Mavericks will always be. It'll be here, right?
I just don't like I said. I just don't see them approving a move.
But yeah,
because it's a franchise that's supported.
But yeah, exactly.
And
it's in Oakland.
Okay, so the argument is, well, now they're not supported because everyone's dropping out. No. The city's not gonna.
Oh no, they've been terrible, and they weren't supported in like the early '90s and whatnot.
But since Cuban's taken the team over, they've been supported.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
But that's started the whole the Dirk times and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Lee Knox, thanks for the like over there on Facebook, bud. How are you? CL was also It's just we'll see what happens. But I might check them out if they go to Vegas.
So. Dallas fans are having a tough time right now. You had the whole Brian Schottenheimer hiring over there with the Cowboys where they didn't seem to really try and find a head coach.
No, they went crazy. Crazy route.
And our buddy, when I hit him up, he goes, "Hey man, I'm hating life currently. My life is a lie. I thought team organizations did the best they could for their specific team to put them in the best position to succeed, and my home franchises don't seem to have that ideology."
God. I will say this. Happy news. Pitchers and catchers report in 1 week.
Okay.
A week from today, Wednesday, Texas Rangers pitchers and catchers report, and I think the team joins them a week after that. And then you got preseason baseball, spring training, and then baseball will be here before you know it. You forget all about those pesky Mavericks. And you'll be back on that Texas dust, which I got to start doing the stupid Texas Ranger Roundup. I don't even know if I want to do it this year.
Sounds so upset.
I think I'm kind of over it, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I introduced some new elements last year. I had some ideas. I should have wrote them down because I already forgot them. I did. I had some freaking. I was like, I know what I'm gonna see what's going on. Then nope, totally forgot. Could not believe it. We're about that time.
I just sent him the link. I
Okay.
totally forgot to send it to him earlier.
Oh, you don't have to do the link. He can just call.
Okay, well, I just sent him the link.
Okay, ask him if he wants to call instead. That way he doesn't set up anything, whatever. I don't know where my phone is right here. All right. Man, that's why we need those little breaks so I can get up real quick.
Yeah, I just sent him a message. There we go.
There you go.
So we don't have to go anywhere. So let's talk a little NFL. There's a couple things that have come out. Couple trade things going down possibly. So you're out. Okay, I'll tell you. Hoping Walcott is as advertised. Is he, Rapid Dave? He doesn't know. He left us. But we've got in the NFL, you have the Rams have said that they're going to be trading Cooper Kupp this offseason. Where is he going to end up? I've actually heard some rumors that possibly Dallas. We'll see. Dallas could definitely use him because they don't really have a number 2 wide receiver. It wouldn't be a horrible fit for him. You've got rumors of possibly Detroit and a few other teams floating around there. We'll see. And then Myles Garrett requested a trade away from the Cleveland Browns. He's just tired of playing for a franchise that isn't good. Essentially, he wants to go to a team that's got a chance to win, a franchise that knows what they're doing. So I'll be curious to see where he goes, and especially with him putting it out there and saying, "Hey, I want the trade." Are the Browns really going to be able to get the most that they possibly could have gotten for Myles Garrett?
Maybe.
Right? You see a lot of trades floated out there.
He's a stud player.
Is Dak being traded? No, he's not.
He could be. I mean,
he's not.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, he could be traded. They could unload that entire contract. I don't see a problem with it because there's a couple teams that would back the truck. We talk about it all the time. They'd back the truck up for him.
Oh,
and now they're talking about
Raiders,
Cousins, maybe
example,
the Raiders.
Right?
They're talking Cousins to the Raiders. And so I think if you really do, like if you're a true Cowboy fan, you know damn well deep in your heart that you're not winning a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? You're not winning a Super Bowl with him.
I think you could. I do.
If your defense is back the way it was maybe a couple years ago.
I don't think you're doing it with your current coaching staff and your current roster the way it's built. Yeah. You've got a lot of problems with your offensive line. It was a team that had a really good offensive line built, but they just kept getting older and older, and then they were just letting players go.
She likes beer and White Claws.
Okay,
she's a real trashy kind of gal. She got a haircut, as you can see.
I could tell.
Dude,
you ain't getting none of this.
Had to cut the F out of it. So yeah.
It happens.
All right, Tilly, get out of here. Go, baby.
But the roster constructed the way it is, no. But if they can rebuild that offensive line, get that defense playing good again, you got to get another wide receiver in there, which I was talking about. Cooper Kupp was also a possible trade. Dallas is also another destination for possibility, right? And I think he would fit in good in the offense because they need a number 2 receiver. Complement CD.
Let's just be honest, man. You look at the Cowboys, not even the Super Bowl. Let's just say he can't get past the NFC, right? He's not going to get past Philly. He's not going to. Not him. The Cowboys aren't getting past Philly. They're not getting. I don't even think Washington at this point. They're certainly not getting past Detroit. So that's really the only couple teams, the 3 teams that are dominant in the NFC at the moment. I mean, we were giving credit to the San Francisco, and then I think
the 49ers will be back next year. I think they'll figure some things out, and they'll be back.
I'm going to keep them out until they show me, because I'll be honest with you. I held on last year.
Good leadership. They've got good leadership there. John Lynch is a really good GM.
I held on, even like last year, they were talking about like this is exactly where they were before they went to the Super Bowl. They were right here, like 5-5, 6-5.
But they were healthy then. Yeah. They weren't healthy this year.
That wants to get out. You got Debo gets hurt, whatever.
You let Ayuk go. I think Ricky Purcell showed enough there at the end of the season that
he looked good.
He looked real good. He's someone that I've actually got my eye on a lot for fantasy football this next year.
Send me a trade. Dynasty, man, you can have him forever.
Okay.
But yeah, out of that, so getting out of the NFC is a massive concern, I think, for Cowboy fans. It should be, right? You're not even going to win your division for the next couple of years, and then you get past that, and then who do you get to play one of the the best team in the AFC? Sorry, Chief, it ain't happening, right?
Yeah.
That's just how they're nowhere near. They're nowhere near the level that they need to be. They have to make too many moves. They're gone. To me, like I said before, it's a total blow it up, sell it out. Start from effing scratch. Get picks. Get rid of CeeDee Lamb. Get rid of Dak. Get rid of everybody you can. Michael Parsons and his goddamn podcast. Get both of them out of here.
Well, but I think the podcast goes differently if he's playing on a team that's actually competitive, right?
Maybe.
Where he's actually got some help on the defensive side of the ball and things like that. Because you have other players that have podcasts that they're fine, right?
Really?
Yeah. You do.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
I don't listen to player podcasts.
I've seen.
I don't listen to Travis Kelce's podcast. I don't listen to any other shit.
I don't listen to the whole thing, but I'll catch a lot of clips and stuff from like the St. Brown podcast. Amon Ra does one with his brother.
The only thing I listen to is Boners and Donors. My favorite one.
Have you speaking of like clips and things, there's a clip out there of Ron White doing an interview on a podcast with some girl, and she's asking about like, is there a movie that you watch a lot? And she's like constantly. He gives the name and it's obviously a porno. And she's like, "Is that a porno?" He goes, "Yeah."
And I bet it's a '90s one. You know what I mean? He looks like the dude that watches '90s. Big hair, small asses, like real thin chicks with just giant tits.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, every once in a while I'll watch this one. I'll mix it up and I'll watch this one. It's another porno." Like, you're just like, bless Ron.
That guy, you gotta keep him around and alive as long as we can. We lost
him and John Daly. Yeah,
you got what was it? Carlin. George Carlin.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But I have heard like some rumors that like the Cowboys hired Schottenheimer because they want to tank this year. Because they want to have the number one pick.
They couldn't even tank last year.
Because they want to have Arch Manning.
They could have tanked.
So that they can get in position to draft Arch Manning, and then you get rid of Dak, and you clear house, and you start over with Arch, right?
The funny thing I was talking about all year was like, these idiots can't even tank right. You know what I mean? Like, and I thought they were going to bring in Dion. I was like, I'm here for the show, man. Let's see it. Let's see the crazy. Let's see the chaos. And now they're tanking for Arch Manning. I was like, okay, so this is going to be a Romo show again, where you don't win anything. You super max or max pay this guy out, and that's it.
Scapegoat. Yep.
So he'll be Romo. He'll be like, I can't win anything because I can't.
Romo was a miracle.
Romo was a miracle. That guy sucks so bad. Like he was fantasy relevant. The crazy thing about him was, everybody loved him. They loved him so damn much, but in reality, when you play down by like 2 touchdowns every week, and same thing with Dak, right? Like you're down by 2 or 3 touchdowns in the second half, and you're putting up like 500 yards. Well, they're playing prevent defense because they don't give a shit. Hey. Romo was a saint.
Romo alone. Take him out to a nice seafood dinner and never call him again.
But that's, but Romo was taking so much money, just like he is now as a broadcaster, right? He's so overpaid.
There's no salary cap, right?
But he wants the max deal.
Antonio Romero, that's my quarterback.
He took the most money every single time. They couldn't afford to pay anybody else. Their defense was effing horrible.
But that's also the status quo for just about every quarterback other than Tom Brady.
Well, some of them don't take the Super Bowl because they know we gotta get the team together. We gotta have some talent around you and stuff like that.
But it seemed like Tom Brady's the only one who does that. Was doing that then, right?
Doesn't Mahomes take a little tax break?
I don't know. He's got the highest paid contract in like NFL history.
He doesn't. Dak does. Dak's the highest paid quarterback right now, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's all right. Busby. Not everyone was there. I know, and that's the crazy thing. I understand. Get your money. I understand. Especially with football, right? Get your dough while you can because you're not going to be playing football
Tomorrow's
forever.
Not guaranteed.
Tomorrow's
one
not
hit
guaranteed.
away.
And just like with
one hit away from throwing gang signs.
What was it Darnold? Darnold cost his ass so much money And if he would have just kind of went out there and put up a fight or whatever and didn't really screw up as much as he did,
I think he's still going to get paid a lot.
He would have got
this
paid a
offseason.
ton.
I think he's going to get paid a ton this offseason.
I mean, not as much as he would have got. Let's be honest. He's not the highest paid quarterback in the league.
No.
He's going to get paid a lot of money, but it costs that much to have a serviceable quarterback.
I
think I only got this much. Was Dylan calling or what?
I don't know.
He's not responding?
He has not responded.
Right. Well, let me go ahead and look up my do that real quick. Just in case he calls.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Hey, babe. You don't know?
I don't know.
You got Bovada. What are you going to have pulled up?
Internet.
Internet.com?
Yeah.
Right, we're connected to that. So, yeah, what we're going to do here, as soon as we get 20 to 30 million, yeah, that's not even high. That's not even high anymore. You think about that 10 years ago, that's insane money. But, yeah, no, he's going to definitely get paid 25, 27, 28, maybe 30. I don't know. So, anyways, we're going to have Dylan join us. If he doesn't join us here in the next about minute or two.
What's up, Tilly?
There's the dog again.
Yeah.
We're going to go through Bovada and Caesars and everywhere else. We're actually going to look at all the fun little Super Bowl bets they got going on.
Back up, Tilly.
Come here.
Stop licking my hand.
I know, she's a licker.
She is.
For sure. Oh,
she is.
Come here.
Your tongue's been everywhere.
Come here. It really
You
is.
floozy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl game specials. Is that where we got all of our game props?
Dude, the props are where it's at. You know, I'm actually I'm going to drop a couple bucks in there too, just so I can have a little bit of fun.
I'm sorry. I think it might be, is it under special bet?
You getting the microphone there? Okay. Get the microphone too. Let me take you to your mommy real quick. If you see Dylan call, I'll plug in your headset and then you'll hear him on the phone.
I'm trying to find the.
If not, we're going to have Michael call in. First time, long time.
Prop builder, alternate lines, game props.
You don't have to talk about it as you're rolling.
Yeah, well. Okay, special bets.
There you go.
This is an odd one. Huh. Will there be an octopus?
What?
An octopus is when a player scores a touchdown and then the same player scores the 2-point attempt immediately after. Okay. That's called an octopus. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
What's the over-under for time Swift is on the screen? I'm looking for that stuff right now. But, yeah, probably going to take the over on that. There's our MVP props. Yeah, I'm not finding all the fun props on here. I'm trying to look for them.
Got me in my mouth. Jesus. That dog gets you right on the lips every single time.
In
the mouth, like the tongue goes in the freaking mouth. It's disgusting. So when I die one day, it'll be because of that or Lizzie killed me.
It's definitely because of Lizzie killed you.
Yeah. All right. You get those things going?
No, I'm trying to find them. Like I don't see them.
What are you looking for?
All the fun prop bets.
Is it too soon?
We always do it on the Wednesday before.
Ooh. Well, don't do game specials. Do something else. So we also have a couple spots left for our Super Bowl squares. So it's a block. It's $20 to get in, and you get 4 squares in that block. Go check it out on Facebook. You can see what blocks are available. I think we only have 4 left. We'd like to get those filled up so we can draw numbers on Friday and, go that route. You can't find it?
No.
Well, that's it. That's the show then, boys and girls. I guess we'll just make our normal little picks on who's going to win, who's going to first half quarter. We'll go through a couple. Wait, is this not it? Special bets. Oh, yeah, that's when you found out about the octopus, huh?
Yeah, but it's all football stuff.
Yeah.
Like, where the heck are the...
It's coming. It won't be out until this weekend, I think. But we usually get it beforehand because we love making those bets. All right, you ready?
Hold on.
I don't have a coin.
I'm not giving up yet.
Why not? Give up, man. Give in.
I never give up.
Well, I mean, you probably should on some things.
Never give up, never surrender.
Ridiculous.
This is great. I'm just going to Google it. Super Bowl prop bets.
So anyways, while Alan's looking that up, so here on this channel, we do a Friday happy hour stream at 4 o'clock on Fridays. And then with it being Super Bowl Sunday, I probably won't go live just because of the simple fact that, one, it's going to be a late night anyways. The game tends to go longer. I know I usually hop on. Maybe I'll do a little pre-show thing, maybe a little 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock action, talk about some funny stuff or whatever, have a beer. But I mentioned this the other day too. Like, hey, I need to get out there. We got to get through these beers in the fridge. I'm going to do more happy hour streams. I did 0 happy hour streams this week so far, even though I said I was going to do more. I was just tired, man. These kids wore me out. I was like in the hot tub Sunday night until I don't even know what time. Lizzie finally was like, hey, because we were out there hanging out. It was just me and her. No TV or no nothing. Just had the music going, bubbles and all that kind of stuff, beers and flowing or whatever. I was like, okay, well, this is fun. And then all of a sudden, I can barely wake up on Monday morning. I was like, my legs don't work. I don't know how I'm going to get to my computer at that point. I took all the beer I got. I got to go get me another one out of the fridge. Can you at least talk or say some words?
Yeah, I can talk. Yeah.
Tell them how you're navigating the internet looking for these picks.
I'm just floored by the fact that they're not there because they're always there.
All right, so Dylan's not here. Do you want to try to call Dylan? Put your cans on.
Yeah. Are you not going to put your cans on?
I'm going to go get me a beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't have to try that hard. How long are those things?
I don't know. I'm plugged in.
Okay,
good.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bing, boom, bomb. Can you leave him a funny voicemail?
I can.
Okay. Definitely do that.
My message just shows sent, that he has not read it.
Ooh, okay. Maybe he's asleep. Can I just click his name and it goes to call him?
Oh, maybe.
No, it don't work.
Oh.
No, we are totally not prepared.
This is providing quality content.
I mean, what was awesome was that you just sat there and didn't say anything for like 5 fucking minutes.
Well, you were sitting there talking.
Ooh. Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Yep. I've got sound. We'll see if he shows up. Is the phone ringing?
We're ringing. It's
ring on the telephone.
If not, we're going to go through the roster. We're going to go through the phone.
Okay. Who calls next?
I don't know.
Boner?
Maybe. No answer.
No answer.
Hold on.
Wait, I ain't got the voicemail.
Leave him a sexy voicemail.
A sexy voicemail?
Yeah. Leave him a sexy voicemail.
Does he have a voicemail?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 6.
Nope. I don't want to put the thing out there.
Yeah. Should be good.
2, 7 is not available.
We're good.
At the tone, please record your message.
Nice
When you've
sexy
finished
voicemail.
recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Next.
Hey, Dylan. How you doing, buddy? We're just calling to see what you were wearing. Hopefully something sexy. We're not wearing any pants.
Some holy whitey tighties, I guarantee it.
Wearing holy whitey tighties.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Well, it's after Christmas, so we probably got some new ones.
Hope you have a sexy evening.
All right.
Bye, cutie.
All right, there you go.
There we go.
So
that didn't happen.
Since I saw someone pop in here, and this guy,
you're gonna try and call him.
I guarantee you who answers the phone. I give it the guarantee.
You give it the guarantee. Yeah, but are we gonna have to mute everything that he says?
Nope. We're just calling people at this point.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's up, douchebag?
Hey, is TJ Burns there?
Depends. Are you going to deport him?
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're live on the Strike Up Beer podcast.
Awesome.
I'm Alan.
Hi, Mom.
My partner Rapidave is not here. So he had to disappear for something with little people. I don't know, man. But he'll be back here in a second. But we're just calling to get your thoughts on the Super Bowl. See what you think. Who's gonna win it? All that fun stuff. What do you got for me?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I'll be too busy beating my meat.
Okay. That makes sense. That checks. All right. Any other thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Who's playing again? Is the Chefs and the Bald Eagles?
That is correct.
Yeah. Give me the Chefs by I don't know, 45.
He says the Chefs are going to win by 45.
I like these picks.
He's not going to be watching the game because he's going to be beating his meat. So
that's what you get when you get him on the
I know.
Like I'm about to kick you out of the house and just start going live and just go and play. We're going to go play some Fortnite. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all having fun tonight?
Yeah, just a couple beers. And what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot of nothing, man. Just work.
Working. All right. Well, it's that time we're going to make some picks. It's going to be, we're going to do against the spread, money line, over, under, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, geez.
And you are the expert in this situation where we actually called you because you are the expert.
That, and, you know,
You're gonna be
Busby didn't
sadly
answer.
disappointed.
So,
Yeah. So it'll be fun. It'll be nice. Chiefs by 2.5 is according to Billy Joe. Billy Joe's in here and he's giving you some tips. Just a tip.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
As long as it's just a tip, because anything else tickles.
Yeah. Well, I thought the tip tickled.
No. Anything after the tip. The tips, you know, it's the roundest part. So anything after that, it's just easy glass.
All right. Alan, you got the numbers?
yeah, it's a 1.5 point spread.
That's it?
That is it.
Who's favorite?
The Eagles are getting 1.5 points. The over-under is 48.5.
All right. All right. You going first, Alan?
I'll let you go first.
I mean, I cannot deny the Chiefs, the refs, America, Taylor Swift, or Jason Kelsey, or Travis Kelsey for that matter. I have to take not only the Kansas City Chiefs to cover the spread, because it's 1 point on Bovada. I will take them. I will take them to win, and I will take the over at 48.5.
All right. Chefs the win.
And give me the first half,
And the over.
Chiefs. Give me the 1.5 on that as well. Give me the
Too much stuff. Billy just said, LOL, the big board is back and you're talking tips.
a lot of tip talk.
TJ,
over here.
who do you got? Give us your, now it's time to lock it in, okay? We're going to lock it in. We're going to get serious here. We're going to bring it on down now.
All right.
Bring it on down. You got the Chiefs or the Eagles winning this one? What do you got?
With the recent news that I heard today that Andy Reid has never lost a Chiefs versus Eagle matchup.
Okay. That's interesting.
So I'm going to go ahead and say the Chefs. Give me the over on that, I guess.
I'm going to hammer the over on this one as well. 48. I see.
It's actually the underdog right now at the point. It's a negative 102.
Yeah.
48.5 is minus 108.
See high 20s.
You think
Maybe someone in the 30s.
for each team?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Right. Right.
Yeah, I feel you too.
Give me the Eagles to spoil America's dream.
That means that the Chiefs will be back next year. I don't want that. I'm ready for them to win their three-peat, and then I'll never see them again.
That's not what's going to happen though.
Yeah, it's gone. It's over. They're gonna.
It's not.
just-
Andy Reid's already said he's coming back next year.
Is that what his
I just-
overlords told him to do?
I just it's time. Doesn't matter the score, but the Chiefs will win it in the final 10 seconds of the game. Is Billy Joe's prediction?
I mean, he says they win all game. He goes, I don't care. And he goes, he mentioned something. I go, how much of the Chiefs do you think, or how big are they going to win there? Billy Joe goes, probably by 2, just like every other effing game or whatever this season. I'm like, they are undefeated in like single possession games. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, no matter who wins this game, America loses. Let's just be honest. Like,
I think it'd be fun to see Philly fans get a Super Bowl.
I mean, but is it?
Because I'm down here. They don't bother
Is
me.
it?
Yeah.
You can't avoid them and what their nonsense and what they're doing.
No,
Like-
no, it's totally cool. After dealing with a bunch of Detroit fans for
Oh,
a year, it's like I'd rather
whatever.
give the Eagles their due, man.
No,
Like,
no.
because
Whatever.
because
The Eagles are just going to riot, destroy the streak. That's all they're going to do.
yeah, I don't
Either
mind.
way, though,
I don't
win
I
or
don't-
lose.
Yeah, I don't care
it's-
about that.
The city of Philadelphia goes up in flames.
You know, NFC teams win a
Exactly.
Super Bowl once a decade, and then we'll get it out of the way, and then we'll see in 10 years. You know what I mean? Come on, let's just do it.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so? But I also say the Chiefs are going to win because then we could stop this nonsense.
But we won't, because it'll be like, oh, they're going for the 4-peat now.
Oh
and
God!
That's all you're going to hear about. And
Oh.
you know who gets paid if the Chiefs win a 3-peat?
The refs.
Pat Riley.
Oh, I thought he let him use the term. No,
Yeah, when they pay him, he copyrighted
Phil kicked. Okay.
he copyrighted the phrase 3-peat
Yeah.
in like 10 different ways back when he was coaching the Lakers and they were going for their 3-peat.
Can you imagine that?
And he was like, you know what, dude, Freaking genius.
That's how you copyright. You shouldn't be able to copyright whatever you want. It shouldn't matter. All right. So what you went? What do you got?
I'm taking the
room.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Taking the Eagles in the over.
Eagles over. And Eagles to cover. Eagles to win.
Well, I mean, the Eagles are getting 1.5. Okay.
So Eagles to cover. Eagles to win.
Right.
Okay. Nice. And then Whiskey went Chiefs.
Chiefs.
What'd you do? You did Chiefs and
the over. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Over.
Awesome, man.
Billy Joe said the Chiefs by 2.5.
There you go.
And you took the Chiefs and the over.
There you go. Sweet, man. Any last thoughts or concerns or anything
You really
like that
want to give him a
go?
last thoughts and concerns?
Of course I do.
Okay. I just want to make sure before I actually let him say them.
Well, I want to give. Listen, he joined the Patreon, patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. He responded to the request today. Gave us 6 topics to talk about, which we recorded one earlier, and it'll drop Friday.
Freebie Friday.
So absolutely, it's up to you, buddy. What's up?
All right, I have 2 questions. Or, well, one's a question, one's a statement, really. Y'all think Rodgers is going to be a Jet next year?
No.
The owners actually came out and said that he's pretty much done with this experiment.
You think Aaron Glenn wants to deal with him? No.
Yeah, no, he's going to go somewhere. But you know what's funny enough? He'll actually land somewhere because there's 5 He'll probably just. I mean, at this point, just go to New York. The Giants.
No, I mean, if he follows Brett Favre's trail like he has so far, he'll go to the Vikings.
Vikings, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's got to go to the Vikings so it'll be complete.
There you go. So, yeah, no, I don't think he'll be part of the Jets organization.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually plays football next year. I think he's done.
You think he's done?
I think he's done.
Oh, man. Should have went out when he was high on his horse. Philly kicks Andy because he couldn't win a Super Bowl, but payback's a bitch, according to Billy Joe Patrick. All right, so that was your question. What's your statement?
Kids, if you haven't already, go get you a bag of Funyuns and try to see how many Funyuns you can put on your wiener. It's a really fun game. I usually get about 3 or 4, but I always run out of peanuts.
Erect or non-erect?
Erect, of course.
Okay. I just want to make sure. And I got a bag of Funyuns in here. I'll definitely do that. I might do it tonight. And so Lizzie's talking to her friend right now. Otherwise, she'd probably have a comment. So we're going to play the Funyun game tonight, babe. So just be ready and get the bag of Funyuns.
Woo-hoo.
There you go.
All right.
Buddy, thank you so much for answering. Thank you for being a part of here. And thanks for being a part of Patreon. And just thanks for being you, dude. It's good to know you. It's good to talk to you. And, you know, we got to hit up a brewery here pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, TJ. Have a good one, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Later.
See you
Love
later.
it. Bye.
He's a white knuckle ride.
He is.
But I swear to God, he's worth it every time.
He is.
He's worth it.
He never disappoints. Yeah.
He's worth it every single time. So there you go. There's your picks. You know, I guess we're gonna have to wait until we see the special bets and everything like that come out, because I'll be honest, there's I don't know, 15 different bets that we make.
Way more than that.
At least, you know, and we go through them all, and we've done them in the past. That's the weirdest thing about this.
We always do it on the Wednesday before.
And we'll fly right through them. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. We'll see. If anything pops up, we'll see. We'll see what's up. Maybe I can do a Sunday little coffee morning, little stream or something like that, where we, you know, get the national anthem over. You know, number of guests on a Super Bowl halftime show over. You know what I mean? You start going down this. It's all this little easy ways to make some little money. That's probably why they hadn't released them yet, because people start jumping all over them.
Well, yeah, but people also lose a lot of money on those too.
Yeah,
so.
I love those. Those fun little. They're fun little bets.
They are.
And like I said, you know, so if you're betting on the Super Bowl or anything like that, again, we have 4 spots left open on the Strikeout Beer
Super Bowl squares.
The Super Bowl squares, because I'll tell you right now, if they don't fill up, I'm going to black those things out, and I'm picking my numbers. And then if those numbers are on the thing or whatever, and they win, we're going to have to reallocate some money to the rest of the group here, you know, and the excess will probably go to like North Texas Food Bank or something like that.
I plan on if I also plan on, I only have one right now. And
I know you've been leaving it open.
I'm leaving it open for the people to let them get in there, and if they don't, I'll pick up a couple more. Yeah. Right.
And because I mean,
but I'm just trying to let them. I'm trying to let the people get in.
The kid here, I'm sure he's going to get involved, and we only have 4, so I figure we're going to clear out those 4 ourselves. But
we'll be fine.
I don't mind.
But
donating.
If you want in, get in.
$20, 4 squares.
Yeah,
$5
4
a
squares.
square.
Yeah.
I might have to go back to freaking doing the whole board because some people don't get the blocks. I figured it'd be easier. I've done blocks for like the last 2 years, and they've gone just fine.
Right.
But the other day I saw the board from what was it, a couple years ago, filling in the entire board. $5 I'm like, you gotta find 100 damn people, whatever.
But we did.
But the crazy thing is, you find the same amount of people, but they get to spread it out, and they go all around the freaking board, and they like that shit for some reason.
Yeah.
So I think of next year, I'm gonna do, if I do it, I think I'm gonna kick it up to 10, 5 or I don't know, but I'm gonna have a board. It's gonna be a piece of freaking paper, and I'm gonna go through the whole damn thing and just keep it on me. So
There you go.
But yeah, Billy Joe, good luck to you. I hope your Chiefs bring you that 3-peat.
I don't.
I
love
don't-
you, but
I don't really care. I'm in the middle. It doesn't bother me one way or another. But I think I was going to put up some audio that we've heard at the Super Bowl of the guy asking Travis Kelce questions, asking Pat Mahomes questions and whatnot.
ask Pat Mahomes who his favorite ref is. He actually answered.
He answered it.
He's like, well, I actually like them all. Well, there's not one in particular that maybe you get a gift for or anything like that.
I was like, dude, all right. So now you're gone. It's too high.
And he was still talking and
Yeah.
answering. Unlike, Travis, they asked Travis, who do you love more, the refs or phantom 15-yard pass interference calls? And he goes, all right, next question.
Yeah. And I thought that was a good question. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all I got, man. What do you got? Anything else?
I got nothing else.
Let's get the hell
I got
out of here.
nothing
Let's
for you
have this
guys.
beer. We're going to go out back. Probably do a chug, maybe a dedication little video. We might actually put the camera on and leave it on for Patreon. So we're going to be out back. It's going to be kind of loud anyways because we usually get you know what I heard this morning? I got in the car and it was Fall Out Boy and it was freaking, I was like,
Was it dance?
dance. It was, I was like,
It's always dance.
Oh my God. I was like, they know it's Wednesday. They know what we're trying to do. It's gorgeous outside. We'll probably be able to wear shorts and just sit there and chill, have some cigars, and just BS. And
Well, and that was something that we're actually kicking around. TJ threw a suggestion out for us to do a Spotify station, Strike Up Beer Spotify station. And I think that might be something that we throw together with all the music that we listen to after the show. We listen to a lot of most of it, it's because of the music video. Some of it, if you're like, why is that song on there? It's because of the music video. But we listen to some pretty fun stuff, some pretty wheels off stuff.
Man, we should have been collecting this data from 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, we still listen to the same stuff.
There's like a handful of songs we listen to that's the same. Yeah, but we were all over the map for a while because, we didn't just do one show. We did the Strikeout Beer, we did late night beer reviews, and then we did late night. We did, and there were some nights we'd come back for four live streams. And then we'd hang out and then let the radio play for, another hour or two. So, I think it was a great suggestion by TJ. So, we'll see what we can come up with, but maybe we'll go live. I want to try to get a channel where it's a link and then they can just have it up and we'll have it sitting there and they can just see what we're doing. It's mostly just talking ass and making fun of people, but yeah, thank you all so much for being here. And if you want to run us out of here, Billy Joe, TJ Burns, Lee Knox, Tony DePull, thank you so much for the likes on Facebook. We can't see anything else on, obviously Twitch and YouTube and X, but I missed them to the sense where I could never do them again. It was just too late.
Yeah, crazy.
And you want to think about it, it's like, oh yeah, it was a pandemic. No, it was before the pandemic.
Yeah. Yep. But hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. We love you as always. As always, I'm Alan.
Marty.
Talk to you later. Deuces.